it's Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and in this video I am talking about something that I struggle with every single day: being productive as a stay-at-home parent. Honestly, getting anything done when you have kids is, at best, bloody hard work. At worst, you will drive yourself downright demented. Personally, I have been both sides of the spectrum and everywhere in between, so I thought I would share what I have learned about looking after my daughter while also blogging, YouTubing, because that seems to be a verb now, running various social media accounts, keeping food in the fridge and keeping the house maybe not clean but hygienic-ish. Let's go. Now, I don't want you to think that I have completely overcome this problem. No, I have good days and I have bad days. I know how hard it can be. So if something in this video helps a stay-at-home parent to increase their productivity even 1%, or just helps their day run even a fraction smoother, then I will consider that a win. But if all you manage to do some days is just run a brush through your hair, then know that often I don't even manage that. So yeah, on those occasions, you are a fucking superhero. The trick is to realize that basically you're not going to get anything done when the kid's with you. Just let it go. I drove myself mad trying to accomplish as much as possible while Scout was up and about, but in the end I was so frustrated, and honestly I felt despair and defeated. I felt horrible. It also left me so worn out that by the time she went to bed and I finally actually had some time to myself, I spent it doing mindless crap because I just needed the stress release. I'll just check Facebook really quickly, she said, 2 hours ago. Cue endless guilt trips and promises to myself that tomorrow would be more productive. So I would pile even more work on top of myself the next day, and inevitably I just ended up feeling miserable. Now I try to remember when I'm looking after her that my time, energy, my effort and all my focus will generally be geared towards her. If I manage to achieve anything at all outside of that, bonus. It's a small step to retaining my sanity. But for the most part, achieving nothing, apart from keeping a child alive, is not at all unusual, and learning to accept that is the giant leap for parentkind. Having said all of that, there are some techniques I've learned to ensure that I don't go to bed feeling like a total waste of space. Basically, I divide my day into two distinct parts: with child, without child. The things I can accomplish during those two parts are very different. For example, I can rarely get any sort of decent writing done with child because it requires a lot of focus. Ditto reading, deep cleaning, planning, basically anything that requires my attention for more than a minute or two, or obviously recording YouTube videos. So I have tried to compile a list of things that I can get done with a child hanging off me. If you are a stay-at-home parent too, here are some things that you might hope to achieve. Laundry. Scout loves shoving clothes into the washing machine and then moving them from the washing machine into the dryer. She's also actually getting pretty into folding clothes. I mean, she doesn't always do a bang-up job, admittedly, but she is getting better. Matching socks is also a fun game. Filling and emptying the dishwasher. Again, she loves doing this. And, obviously I remove anything sharp or delicate beforehand. Sweeping the floors. Now, normally I will give the floors the main sweep, and then she will come along with the dustpan and scoop everything up. But, admittedly, it ends up back on the floor a few times before it eventually makes its way to the bin. But, the job gets done. She has fun. The only trouble I have here is that often she likes to think that the sweeping brush is a horse. So she'll just gallop off around the house on it. Sending quick emails or text messages, or just quickly checking something or looking something up online. Quick errands like posting a letter or just making a quick lodgement in the bank. Are you sensing a speedy theme here? Or going to the library so both of you can pick out a book. Washing and chopping fruits and vegetables. She loves to wash things and then she puts them into a container after I have chopped them. Dusting or wiping things. I just give her a damp cloth, set her loose. Watering plants, another huge favorite of hers. And tidying things away. If kids know where things go and they can reach those places, they're usually pretty happy to help out. I had grocery shopping in that list initially, but I took it out because shopping with a child, she used to be fine when she was smaller. She would sit in the trolley and, you know, play with my keys or whatever, but now not so much. The rest of the time should be spent resigned to the fact that you are going to get nothing done. If you do, it's a bonus. If you don't, there's no harm in just curling up and watching a cartoon together. So if you have kids, I would definitely recommend that you try this. You know, write out a list of tasks that you can complete with child and without child. And don't be worried if your with child list is pretty short. That's not unusual. If possible, never spend your alone time doing something that you could do with your child. Even if you didn't manage to get it done while the child was hanging off your leg, then just bump it to the next day and focus on your me time tasks. Those are the things that can rarely be done with kids around, you know, or at least done properly. So really take advantage of the quiet time. And another top tip, give yourself a break. Rest and relaxation are way more important than clean floors and sparkling sinks. Forget about those women you hear about who have spotless homes and well-mannered children, doting husbands, you know, who spend all day baking pies and tarts in their Cat Kidston aprons using Martha Stewart recipes. Those women rarely exist, and even when they do, you just remind yourself that they are usually pill-popping bitches on a slippery slope to the asylum. But seriously, your choice is perfection or sanity. I used to choose the former, but when the latter started to suffer, you can bet your ass that I sat myself down and had words. A house, no matter how untidy, can always be cleaned, but a childhood can never be relived. Live, laugh, and let go. But I mean, if you can squeeze some laundry in there too, then. And that is a wrap. Thumbs up if you struggle to stay productive and sane when the kids are just running riot. And hey, if you have any tips, I would love to hear them in the comments below. Seriously, any tips at all. The description box is where you will find all kinds of magical information, like links to other videos and the How to Get Your Shit Together social media profiles, so you can go follow us on one of those. The Facebook and Pinterest ones are probably the most active. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that you can get more wonderful and practical advice delivered straight to your subscriptions list every Thursday. Until next time everybody, gur míle maith agaibh agus feici mé sibh go luath. Slán!